Holii, vamos a seguir con nuestra aventura en Genshin. El capítulo anterior estuvo muy salseante. Nos encontramos con Dottore y yo ya estoy deseando pues ver al Trotis y quitarme ya, por favor. Quiero saber, que tengo muchísima curiosidad por el tema del Trotis, de la historia que hay en Sumeru, de las cosas con Nahida. Quiero conocer ya a Nahida bien, quiero saber qué hay que hacer con ella. Es que hay muchas cosas que todavía nos tienen muy ocultas y yo pues estoy deseando saber más. Antes de nada, deciros que tenéis el link en la descripción de mi canal de Discord por si queréis uniros, y de mi canal de Twitch, donde hacemos directos todos los días, o casi todos los días, a partir de las 8 de la tarde, hora española. Y ahora sí que sí, no me rollo más, vamos a seguir con Sumeru. Ok, en el capítulo anterior estuvimos buscando a... No, lo último, ¿vale? Porque después de Dottore, en fin. Estuvimos buscando a Tighnari, Tighnari se ha ido. Y ahora me han hecho hacer una misión porque Catherine estaba ocupada en otra y no me dejaba hacer esta. Entonces, pues tendremos aquí a Nahida, seguramente. Ay, a ver qué se puede hacer por aquí. Mira, ahí está.
Wait, look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently
Locura.
pass.
Ese
It's not
hombre.
like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the doctor by even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a... Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an... Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. Well, we understand the point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean instead. He did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still with... Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as...
Menos mal.
What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden... I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter... Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then, how do we stop him? He's still at the It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's combat ability
Paimon
alone
somos
is
todos.
apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
Es que primero es capitán y el segundo es Dottore.
Find another way to attack this problem. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's Dia? Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced her destiny. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tighnari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Well, okay, let's just hope we will...
Vale, vamos a buscar a mi querido Tighnari, a mi furrito favorito.
Too slow.
¿Dónde está mi niño? Hoy que yo lo vea. ¿En serio la drogadicta? Haypasia.
Traveler? It is you!
Ah, it's Haypasia!
Haypasia.
What a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see...
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... I see.
Mundito de las drogas.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time.
Haypasia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, wait.
Ya no entrenas.
Did you already finish your training and
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
Con lo que tienes al lado.
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this when my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a supreme and unparalleled
Dime
experience
que no,
that
por
was.
favor. El dentro que se ha metido esta.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, right? Act, remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the
You can do that? I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to...
Hold on.
Qué
I
mala
brought
eres,
some
hija.
spirit borneo with me. This is
Venga.
still a crucial part of the
Venga.
ceremony.
Claro que sí.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a path.
Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver qué nos va a hacer esto.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand.
Yo sé quién
The
eres.
world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first
niño.
to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human.
Mi niño
My family.
chiquitito.
My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination.
Joder.
The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Pero este punto. Tratis. Serio, por este punto.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladeer's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Haypasia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god.
Esta
Such
tía.
noble will. Such sublime emotion. Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and some...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
You! Why are you so mean to me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered...
Haypasia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
Ay. Ay, ¿qué pasa? Mi niño. Sí. ¿Ah, no? ¿Y esa gente qué les pasa? De hecho no lleva, así que son mandados. ¿Esto es del tráiler? Es el cuerpo Nahida. Va a hecho lo mismo también en el tráiler. Ay. Ay. Tighnari, Tighnari.
Okay, we finally lost him.
Respira, respira.
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels...
Oh, the traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an... After that, Tighnari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he
Mi
ran
héroe.
with us all the way here. What?
Ah, o sea, nosotros hemos sido los que estábamos en el cuerpo de Nahida.
Went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes,
Que
I
no
would
sé
have
si lo
also-
sabe.
while we were running,
El
the
arconte de
consciousness in
dentro,
your
tío.
body told me to pass on a message.
Si no lo hace ella, que lo
She
hace.
said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I
Joder,
can't journey with
no.
you any. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. Even in a moonless night, a shower of
Incluso una
starlight
noche
can
sin
still
luna,
drown
es
out
decir, sin
illusions
ella,
and lies.
una lluvia de estrellas puede ahogar las ilusiones y las mentiras. O sea, y el tío que nos vio el futuro dijo luna, ilusiones y mentiras.
Huh. Paimon knows the moon, illusions, and lies are from the out. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something
Sí.
to do with Sataria.
Una se refiere a ella misma.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But she isn't with us anymore.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana, correct? Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the
¿Qué le hizo
traveler's
el
body?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side.
Thank you, Tighnari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question.
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive. All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
¿En serio?
What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypasia's symptoms were different from those of the other
Tighnari? Did
Vale,
you see a video
listen
course
to
because
me.
of Hypasia?
¿Me recomendáis que la parte en la que vayamos a ver a Arthrotis en action sea en japonés o en inglés? ¿Cómo lo voy a disfrutar más? Las voces del Arthrotis me gustan ambas, así que me da igual lo que me digáis. Pero, ¿cuál se disfruta más?
I did. I noticed Hypasia's mental anomalies,
But since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly... If I didn't take action, Haypasia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life... Now that you mention it, I knew the academia has never... But I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new... The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru.
Vallita, digo.
So, from your description, I don't think they've completed their project. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Ty?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for
Ayudar a
Caravan
Haypasia,
Reserve.
¿eh? Lo
That'll be
que
your
va
fastest
es
route.
ayudarla en sus sentimientos. Va a ver qué es lo que se ha tomado.
Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help.
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Haypasia will feel better soon.
Vallita, vallita, que nos vamos al desierto. Correo. Ah. Que nos vamos al desierto. Que nos vamos al desierto. Vamos a ver. Uy, aquí no he estado. Aquí no he estado yo. Bueno.
Squall and Fury.
Vale, ya estamos por aquí.
Behold!
We finally made it to So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Almacén, llego.
Huh?
Over here.
Almacén, los hombres siempre me traicionan y tú me has robado algo sin saber, sin decirme nada. Bueno, me has utilizado para conseguirlo y no me has dicho absolutamente nada. No sé si fiarme de ti.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They...
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favor. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into... Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't we?
No sé por qué no le dejaron al Haytham y ya.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I
Pienso que no me has
didn't
visto
expect
por detrás. Siempre estamos en la lista de los más
it.
buscados.
However, had I wished to
Que
turn you
acabo
over
siendo
to
la
the
heroína, en
Academia,
fin.
don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not
Que me está
quite.
poniendo nerviosa, la
To
hacen
tell you
ellos,
the
de
truth,
verdad.
I'm still investigating the divine knowledge capsule. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. Which brings me back to you and why you're so interesting.
hacer, no me digas eso, que me pongo nerviosa.
The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized.
Al-Haytham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind...
So that's your answer. Well,
Así, y ella lo había escuchado del Irmisul ese cuando estaba en el mundo del dentro. Pero si la has robado, eres tú el que está ocultando cosas.
No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you,
That's right! We have the same plan as you!
then I'd suggest starting with Aaru village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and...
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Let's go. Vale. Acabo de venir de ahí, tío.
Before us lies Aaru village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa.
Wow.
This landscape is really something else.
Me he rayado, digo, se ha quedado pillado. Uy. ¡Tino! Saino.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the academia. Would you
Oh, Haytham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here,
¿Qué ha
is
hecho
it?
este hombre?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist.
Seemed to me more like your own personal type.
Who is that, Al-Haytham?
Gran juez.
Did you call him?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the academia.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Puntos para
Unless you want
Cino.
me to retreat.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra.
Wait,
¿Ha
the
dicho?
divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it
Mentiroso.
fall into Matra's hands in Port
Otro
Ormond?
hombre que nos enamore y nos engaña.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. And why, as General Mahamatra of the academia, are you all... As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been
Solo
speculating
nos
about your
falta conocer a
disappearance.
Cabe, ¿no? De Somero.
Have you been given a mission that's... Let's say, if I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to...
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
Pues creo que ya.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust
En
either
hombres
of
no
them.
podemos confiar.
Well, look at
Ella
you two,
sí.
acting all tough and self-righteous
En ella
over there.
sí.
Wait, Dia?
Esa señora es una reina, quien me diga lo contrario, no tiene ni idea. Sí, algunos la medio odiáis o no os gusta porque es muy mala en combate. Pero que es una reina, nadie me lo puede negar.
You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see it. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lore, but how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aaru village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
La loba. O leona, la leona. La loba. Ya me he ido a Shakira.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just...
Era la leona del desierto, algo así, ¿no? Ok.
What's going
Ya no
on?
me acuerdo.
The wind's so
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently? Hey! All of you!
¡Oh, era verdad! La Candace faltaba. Digo, alguien me falta también.
calling for us.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such...
All right, stop yelling.
Si no fue el que trajo a Holii, ¿no?
Well, this... Hey, wanna
Hay
play
una
some games
mosca
with three
estando
people who
por
wanna tear each
culo.
other limb from limb? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sand... Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector
Está chula la
of...
Candace. Pero bastante mala, ¿no? Habéis dicho.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your... And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make... So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have...
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those...
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous... I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the... Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to...
So they
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler.
What?
Like many parts of the project,
¿En
this
serio?
assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Alhaitham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me,
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information. Namely, from my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you? Using one
Vallita.
of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge.
Criminals
Bueno.
do love to talk
O
about
llámalo el destino si
coincidences.
quieres.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance. You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation.
Eso es
after I
verdad.
left that.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well.
I'm willing to apologize if that's worth anything to you.
Vale.
I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk.
Bueno,
I
bueno,
felt that it would
bueno.
be best for... After all, curiosity often proves to be
Curiosidad
the
más
most
por gato.
dangerous.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their...
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence.
as you wish.
Vallita.
Good. I'm glad to see you two. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Holii, I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aaru village for a visit. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like...
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Eso.
What was that, Sam?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats...
Yendo por la
let's make
yugular del
yourselves at
otro.
home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear...
Creatures? In the sand?
Fighting in a sandstorm
I
is
got a
not for the
Paimon.
faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training...
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she all...
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go.
Vale, vamos a dejarlo por aquí. La verdad que no me esperaba, bueno sí, bueno no sé, no me esperaba y sí me esperaba a la vez ver algo del Trotamundos ya. Pues me habéis avisado un montón de que la historia, bueno, de que su historia es impactante y que yo os he preguntado si va a beneficiar a que me guste más o va a incrementar, va a ayudar y va a aumentar mi gusto por el Trotamundos. mi amor por él y todo. Y me habéis dicho que sí, que si me gusta el trotamundos ya con lo poco que he visto, me va a gustar más todavía. Así que, bueno, otros me habéis dicho que no os gusta absolutamente nada el personaje, ni absolutamente nada su historia, pero, bueno, a ver, lo juzgaré con mis propios ojos. Y por ahora, la verdad que lo poco que hemos visto me está gustando un montón, sobre todo él, es que, no sé, ya, es que me gustó y ya es que no puedo. Y nada, deseando seguir. Muchísimas gracias por llegar hasta aquí, por ver el vídeo y no te olvides de darle like y suscribirte para el próximo capítulo. Nos vemos en el siguiente. Gracias.